I'm back on the track and just showing up in the middle of my day today. Had a long day. Um, been working diligently from home, had to do a few errands. Anyway, if it's your first time watching me, come walk with me anywhere in the world. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat when I'm going live on walking. My name's Steve Klein. This is my wellness quest. If you're working on your wellness and you want inspiration and want to motivate each other, then this is for you and accountability. So, yesterday I was talking about some different things about making the decision to join the wellness quest and or walk. And this station is just for that. It's for people that want to take care of themselves and be accountable and encourage each other. I had some health issues where I almost died taking Advil, vomited blood, went through me in two different ways. It was the most worst thing ever. Don't want anybody to ever go through what I went through. Closest feeling towards death I ever had. I never want to have it again. I don't wish it on anybody. With that said, half of any kind of success I spoke about yesterday and making the decision to be healthier is just showing up. So here I am at different times of the day, different places of the country. I'm on the track right now in my town. I had to go do, different errands today. I go to the DPW. I had to go to the post office and just wanted to get a few things in. And I never know what time I'm coming on. So today it's later afternoon, about 3:45 here in Boston. Beautiful day. It's in the 70s. I'm in my shorts and t-shirts finally. It's been kind of cool here after such a bad winter in Boston. I've been going live for several months now, each and every day, to make that commitment of accountability to myself and to you with this wonderful tool called YouTube. So I'm in a wellness quest, and it's complimentary to join. The more the merrier. And you know, if you like to send me a message, an email with your full name and where you're from, come join me, come walk with me, come, make the decision of just showing up. Okay. Or if this inspires you to create a YouTube station and you're walking and don't want to walk alone, like I choose not to, okay? A lot of people I know when they walk, they listen to music or they want to go with a friend or whatever it is. I was tending to use the telephone a lot when I was walking. And when I say when I was walking, I've always walked. But on this wellness quest, we started a walking part of it and download this app called the Step Up app last fall. And my goal was always to do 10,000 steps. I had never, there's something on me. I would never did that before and tracked it until I downloaded that app. And what was great was people from around the world were doing it and we could motivate each other. And then I saw people doing 10 miles. I said, wow, not just 10,000 steps, but 10 miles. I was like, can I do that? And I did. So I felt amazing. And again, after the winter of not walking, what a difference. Just again, my intention was I was going to go to the mall, but the winter was so bad, it was really hard to do that, except for walking, let's say at Costco, whatever it is. You can't do that every day, right? Or when I got out. So during the times that I can, sometimes things are out of your control, I will. So I haven't missed a beat, even going to Las Vegas last week and coming back on my way there. Each day I was walking and I went live with it. And again, it's just showing up. It's just showing up like anything else. And when we make that commitment doing something, it's always great. So, like I said, if you have a health scare and it wakes you up in terms of doing a little something for your health. It makes you think differently. So many people don't take care of themselves. We sit behind our computer and we get this thing called tech neck, where people get wrinkled in the necks. I say, lift your neck back, go for a walk, and you really should do that to get blood flow so you don't look like you're wrinkled up, right? And putting your face forward and just get some fresh air. There's so many great benefits like, clarity, better sleep, all that. And when you get in the right zone of showing up, like either walking or joining our wellness challenge, right? You're around the right people that have the right attitude for it. And like I said yesterday, I refuse to listen to negative people. The news is really negative, right? Now, I understand you need to watch it sometime, be aware, but it's like, don't don't tell me negative things. I don't want to hear it. You know, I want to get out of my mind and keep things moving and keep things positive. And I always share. I went through a really bad grieving process losing my mom a few years ago. I used to walk here on the track all the time. She was my best friend, and I still have moments. Obviously, like they say, it never goes away. And I have other friends going through the same thing. Hello there. Let me know where you're from. I'm in Boston. So I have other friends going through grieving. When I was with some family in Vegas and went to a life celebration. We had a drive to Utah. It was very nice, but maybe reminded me about what's important. And yes, we all grieve and we all have moments, but you really have to keep yourself protected from other people's stuff. Then I have other friends that have lost ones, and they say things to me like, "Oh, you don't know what I'm going through, losing my mom." Like, "Oh, I don't. I did lose my mom." Who are you saying that to? And I know people all have different ways of handling it, but there's only so much you can listen to, right? So we got to protect ourselves and show up, right? Show up with the right people. Hello there. Hello. I'm trying to read the names. Denver, Colorado. Awesome. Welcome. And I don't know where you're from, but I'm saying hello. BNB, I think it says. Welcome. So, Manchester, Tennessee. Is that Manchester, Tennessee? Uh, Oh, I'm so sorry about your dog and your aunt on your birthday. That's tough. I get it. I get it. And it is tough. I mean, I talked about that too. Like over the holidays, things pop up in terms of memories of your lost ones, right? And this past holiday season, of course, I was just kind of for a minute, not in a bad way, but obviously thinking of my parents. They're both gone and they were my heroes, right? And I don't have much family left here, some distant family. Well, I have my aunt in Montreal and my uncle and a few other people. And, but I don't see them all the time. I saw them in Vegas, my aunt, my cousins. It was great. And so it's tough. But I had a mentor, and I talked about this I'm a balloon artist. And when I was 10 years old, I saw a magician at my elementary school. He gave me a balloon. I called him, and his name was Mr. Bentley. And he met my parents. His wife made us chocolate chip cookies. He would pick me up, brought me to his house, went through all kinds of stuff, brought me to the magic shop, introduced me to the Society of American Magicians, where I became president. I got my first balloon books and all that, and started doing magic shows. And now I run my own convention in Las Vegas for it as well. And even though, and I talked about this before, I wasn't going to go into this, but since you're talking about losing your dog and your loved one on your birthday, it's triggering me of holidays and what happened to me. So I'm going to repeat this. So I was thinking about Mr. Bentley. And I said, who are the people that inspired me, right? And balloons, if I'm inflating them, the twisting balloons almost killed me on two different levels because I have a hiatal hernia, and I was taking Advil till I vomited the blood because of the pressure. Okay, and I'm happy to be alive. However, after losing mom and grieving, it's a business you need to be happy about. And I wasn't happy for the first time. I remember after my mom passed, doing an event in Boston and driving down the highway crying like I put on this fake happiness, right, for a minute. So we all have things that happen for sure. But I did talk to lots of friends, and I didn't want to bring people down and keep talking about it over and over and over again, right, as my point. And and it was good that I did talk about it, but to a degree. And I have other friends that go through it. And that's all they do is still hash it out. And we're all going to have our moments, right? And you got to protect yourself. On another note, now that I've gone through that, right? And again, there's moments I realize balloons are what I need to do to make me happy, right? Make other people happy. I had a great event on Sunday. It was a retirement party for a lady who was a teacher, and it was a Jimmy Buffett theme. It was amazing. And we had such a good time, so many nice people, and I really loved it. But for a little while, I wasn't in that space. So I do understand that. So I have to protect myself as you do too, because we all have our grieving stuff, and other people, you want to listen to me, their friend. I sure do. and I want to know about yours so you can relate to it, but you can't hear it 24/7, right? Some people just 24/7 got to eat, and that's all they talk about. I know it was never like that. I just wanted to get out, talked about it, yeah, but not every 2 seconds, because you got to have that healing process. You got to be around friends, but you also don't want to over absorb them because then you need really help, right? And there's nothing wrong with that either. Anyway, let me see what you're saying here. Hello, Matt. Welcome. Um, you did not come here at a bad time. Ultimate Gaming. Hello again. Nice to see you. Um, yes, I know you saw it before. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. You almost died in your sleep. Almost died because of a car. Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. So not fun. And I vomited blood, and it went through me number two at the same time. I thought I had food poisoning, and I didn't know. And I went to the doctor. He's like, I don't know how you got here. He goes, you lost so much blood. I have to admit you right now. I got admitted immediately, and it was scary. I I was so sick. Like I said, they didn't know if I had cancer or an ulcer. I think I didn't have any of that. It was very scary, and then again, my story, I repeat this all the time. I was on Nexium for 10 years. They don't do that anymore with side effects. It almost killed me too. So, like bone loss and things like that. So, good news is I'm off of it. And I was researching on ginger and turmeric. I went to Whole Foods, bought it fresh, and it was great. But then I found somebody blogging some naturopaths about a high impact ginger, turmeric, and muscat. It was like nothing else around that had all the independent lab testing, actually not once but twice, and with a full root, very high impact. People got lots of results. I got on it. I swear by it. I talk about it all the time. And to me, it's like life or death because our food also is so screwed up. Whatever situation we have, it's pretty bad. And from the Industrial Revolution, feeding the cows grains, they're not supposed to eat that. They're supposed to eat grass. That's why you see grass fed like a new thing, please. And then the 90s, where the GMOs happened, you never heard of gluten allergies before that because it didn't exist. So the ginger, turmeric, and muscat I take, okay, and I swear by on this wellness journey of mine, it helps with absorption, inflammation, digestion, it boosts your immune system, and blood flow. All the things you need when you try to self uh, track your natural healing with hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar levels, and digestion. There's lots of lab made crap out there talking about that, trying to sell you. I don't want lab made crap. I want the most purest, strongest thing around. That's what I got. If you want information on that, send me a message. I'll get a few at my cost as well. And I do a homeopathic health survey that I learned from these 500 naturopath doctors that goes through all that, answers questions of what's happening on the outside of the bodies, what's going on the inside. And once you learn that, you start tracking and you start showing up. You start realizing that, you know, um, you're worth it, okay? You're worth it in your busy days, not to be so stressed out. There's so many things that you can't control, okay? I have still a lot of a mess to deal with after my mom's passing with stuff, papers and all kinds of things. I can only do one thing at a time, but I have to make it a priority to show up for my walk, to show up for my wellness, because if I'm not around, what good is it? I don't want to die young, right? I want to keep it going. Yeah, I miss my parents, but they're with me every day as your loved ones are with you every day, right? And you got to take care of yourself. And I don't understand when people go backwards with it, like they'll join my challenge and they'll get out of it and they realize their health is bad afterwards. And I'm like, yeah, it's a consistent thing. You got to fight for it every day. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got to eat, sleep, and drink water. So get moving. Just show up. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a little bit, just move a little bit. And if this encourages you to do that, I want to hear about it. If it encourages you to start a YouTube station so you're not alone doing it, I'll subscribe to you too. Okay, let me see. What did you write? You almost died. I saw that. Bit of a car. Okay. How I got through it is that I make comic books. How cool! I'd love to see that. I do balloons. I twist balloons. I love that. I'd love to hear more about that. Very cool. Where are you from? And even if the most scariest and saddest times and moments, you're not alone. That's right. You're not alone. That's right. And your loved ones are with you. I know that for sure. Yeah, when I was in Vegas and I saw my mother's sister, my auntie, my cousins, I had a good time, but every night I was dreaming my mom, like she was there. And it was like so vivid. I was like waking up like she was still alive. So we're all gonna have moments like that. But as I talked to my cousin Renee, it's a visit. It's a visit from them, you know? So all good stuff. And like I said, show up, share, but don't overwhelm people, you know, saying one on one. And try to look at the good things and make the small decisions when you show up to be as positive as you can be. Because, like, for example, I have to force myself to do different things, right? And I put them on a list before I go to bed 10 things I got to do, and then I check them off. Does it always go that way? No, but I've been fighting to do the walking. Is there a day I might miss it? It might be. I don't know. Out of my control, right? But so far, if you look at my station, I've been going live every single day. And just for the walking, at least. And that's been my kind of commitment. Oh, you're in Denver? Oh, you're the one from Denver, Colorado. Very cool. I found relatives there on Ancestry. I couldn't believe it. That kid was my second cousin. I was in shock. Comic books and animated items up to 10 to 14. And I'm also trying to help people and comfort people and let them know they are never alone. Oh, that's amazing. I'd love you to join my wellness challenge, my wellness quest. Like I said, it's complimentary. You'd fit right in. Send me an email with your name. This is a station for adults only, 18 and above, okay? And we share. We just did a Zoom on Sunday, our first one for this challenge, about 9 weeks. And you can see it on my station. I loaded it the other day and put a few people on because we have people from around the world that join it. And each one's different with a different message. So that's in addition to me walking. But we chat on Facebook in a Facebook group. Tonight we're going to have a thing, a call, and a wellness call as well. And again, it's taped as well. So there's 2 weeks. There's one that a coach does that I work with. And again, it's all complimentary. There's no fees, but it's good stuff. And then I do one on Sundays, usually around 7:30. The first week I couldn't because I was in Vegas. I just did it live, and then I did my first one this Sunday, and I premiered it, sorry, on the station yesterday. So you can see that in there. And if you're subscribed and you're hit the notification bell, you won't miss a beat. And if that is your story, my friend from Denver, then love to work with you with that. That's great. I'd love to hear more about how you're helping people, and I'd love to hear more about your comic stuff. That's right up my alley. That's awesome. So cool. I made some balloon comic people and stuff. So I made a good Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. You can check out my other stations. I have one's Mr. Balloon Wizard. That's what I do. It's an older YouTube station. The other one is Bling Bling Jam, which is my balloon convention I run in Las Vegas, and we do a Zoom once a month. But I love the comic book aspect. That's cool. Um, well, thank you for subscribing. I'm really cool. Yeah, you can send me an email to Mr. Balloon Wizard at Gmail. MrBalloonwizard at gmail.com. And it's your full name, and so I know it's you. And mention Denver, so I'll remember that. That'll be great. I appreciate that. Just as long as you're 18 and above, right? So I've had some kids on here, and this is not for kids. So we want to, not that we do anything bad. I just want to keep this for adults, as YouTube's rules, right? So anyway, that's amazing. You know, these walks and talks have been, I should really call them walks and talks. I've been chatting with people from around the world and meeting all kinds of new friends. It's been amazing. And a lot of friends that also I work with here locally who subscribed and come on live as they hit the notification bells. And it's been great to see them on and see what they're doing and how they're motivating each of us and keeping us each accountable to doing better. And that's what life's all about. Having the right people around you, the right mentors, you know. Lastly, I had another mentor in my wellness journey that I was mentioning. I saw blogging. He was going to medical school. He dropped out. He was a good friend of mine. He passed right before my mother did. He was younger than me. He lived in Japan. His wife was from Japan. He had parasites. I went to see him. I was in a hospital with my mom. I had her in assisted living. Her legs were swelling up. They had her on medication at the very end. She was on no medication until 87. I worked my butt off during COVID to keep her. She just needed a lot of help. Every 2 minutes, she wasn't showering. She was very needy. I don't regret any of it. I do anything for my mom, right? Hello, Alan. Good to see you. Alan's part of the team, but he's not on this. He's not on this wellness challenge, but that's up to him. He's been on them before. So anyway, um, I saw him. I wasn't sure whether I could leave. The doctor said you can go. Your mom should be okay. So it was like Thursday night, and all of a sudden, a few hours later, I'm in Utah, and I'm looking for him at the trying to find the hospital. And I remember clearly, Joe Biden was president, and he was in Utah at the time. There was traffic everywhere. I was trying to get to one point to another point. It was just a few hours later. I'm in another hospital, and he looked like a skeleton. And then he died right before my mother did. I couldn't believe it. And there were some things that the medical place did good. There are other things they did not do good. They don't look at the whole picture, right? And unfortunately, when you're in there, you're under their care, and you have to do things the way they say it. So I'm a fan of getting a second opinion, working with a natural path. I'm a fan of, well, I know, like he told me, doctors don't know that much about nutrition. They're not trained that much. It's kind of weird. So am I to say that don't take medication? No, I'm not ever saying that. If you need it, you need it. But I'm not a fan of it because there's always a poison, there's always a side effect. So look at the whole picture. And if the body can heal itself, why not? They make a lot of money keeping us sick, okay? There are things that they do that are great, but I'm not buying into that. And why? Because I almost died. Why should I buy into it? I lost my mom, my dad. Why should I buy into it? So I tell people don't get politics involved in that either. It's got nothing to do with it. It's about you thinking for yourself and you thinking in the most positive light and you thinking, as to looking at the full picture and understanding that nobody's God, that you always can ask for another opinion and do more diligence and research yourself. So that's why I look at pubmed.gov on everything and check things out, case studies of stuff, and I start looking it up. Diseases from 1990 to 2026, you punch in any one, it's through the roof. Why? Ask yourself why, and then start looking at things. Okay, let me see. What did you write? Well, I'm honest. My current. Okay, yeah. Then this is not for you. Okay, and so this is for adults. But anyway, with that said, everybody, great talking to you. Thanks for visiting, and keep moving. And like I said, half of your success is showing up on anything. When you show up, you made that decision. And when you're around successful people with whatever they're doing, whether it's a wellness walk and wellness quest, whether it's being an entrepreneur, whatever you're working on, just show up. That's the point. When you show up, you get the things you need, okay? And you are halfway already there, if that makes any sense. So with that said, subscribe, hit the notification bell, send me an email to join the quest as long as you're an adult, 18 or over. And I'll see you back tomorrow. Over and out. And we're trying to hit 200 subscribers with your help. We hit 100, smashed it, 150. We're close. Not too far away. I think we have 18 more. And love to hit that. And we'll see you guys soon. Just show